Amen. Praise the Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trumpet of Truth Ministry. We're going to do a little something different today. Me and Lonnie's out on my compound, and we're going to do a little talk thing, and we're going to call it the Jim and Lonnie Show.
We're live right now?
We're live right now.
Oh, okay.
Amen. We're live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lonnie.
And I'm Jimmy. And this is the Lonnie and Jimmy Show, or the Jimmy and Lonnie Show, or any way you want to put it. But anyway, it's me and Lonnie, and we do a little show here. I'd like to start a podcast, but it costs money for the equipment and stuff like that, and I don't know how to do it. Lonnie does. But we're going to talk about a few events that's been going on around town. Of course, you know all the violence that's been going on, and it seems like they're just letting it get out of hand, and the longer let it go, the worse it gets. So I think that we're in the last days. No matter what, America's not going to straighten up. America's not going back. America has fallen into the hands of Satan and into the minds of Satan. And so it's pretty much over. So what do you think, Lonnie?
Well, we were talking about that over lunch, okay, and, difference between Jimmy and I. Jimmy lives out in the country. Believe you me, they're not going to flare up out here. Okay, if you drive around where Jimmy lives, drive around his parish, drive around this little town, they're not going to flare up. Okay, you're not going to get Black Lives Matter and Antifa out here. It's just not going to happen. So Jimmy's in a lot better shape than I am. I live in the city. I live in New Orleans. I'm a born and raised city boy. My wife is a city girl. At this time, it's just not feasible for us to move out to the country, although I would like to. Ideally, I would love to live out here, but, we have to sell a house. I'll have to find a job. It's just not that easily done. Pull my wife away from her work, and now she is starting to understand what's going on in the world. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to look at today's headlines and come to the conclusion we're in a lot of trouble. No matter who wins the election, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you see, if Trump wins, they're going to riot out of anger. Yeah. If Biden or whoever wins, they're going to riot out of jubilee.
Yep.
It's not going back.
Yep, and God help us, folks, if Trump wins. Do you think these riots are something right now? You haven't seen anything yet. Okay.
And if he loses, the riots going to get bad. Yeah, they're not going back.
They were flaring up in New Orleans just Thursday. A bunch of these crazies took over the courthouse.
That's just a test run.
Yeah, they were complaining about the rent. We don't want to have to pay rent. Cancel rent. Okay, so they're flaring up. They don't want to pay rent. Okay, and so on. But they had the entrance of the courthouse blocked. So people there with legitimate business that had nothing to do with this rent crisis could not go about their daily business.
Well, New Orleans was shut down.
Okay. Let Jimmy and I try to block Planned Parenthood and see what happens. Okay, we'll be in jail so fast, either that or we'll get our head smashed in. Okay, but they're allowed to block the courthouse.
That's just a test run. That's just a test run, Lonnie. Once you see how far they can get, watch what's going to be next.
Yeah,
watch what's going to be next. It's just a test run.
So yeah, it's beautiful out here. Today I'm visiting Jimmy Miller. We went out to the hardware store, no mask. They're not buying that mask garbage out here either. Okay, you're not going to control these people. But they're not buying that mask garbage out here. Let me tell you that. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm stuck in New Orleans. Everybody has to wear a mask. I tried, bucking the system at Walmart the other day, and I got shut down just like that.
Well, I bucked the system. They called the police on me, but I won. I wound up not wearing my mask.
Yeah, I'm really not. Yeah, I didn't want to make a big scene, so I just left.
No, I made a big scene.
I just left Walmart.
The managers out there, they called the police on me. I made a big scene because everybody was wearing their mask except one Muslim lady. She didn't have no mask on. She had that rag wrapped around her head with all her mouth and I said, if she don't have to wear a mask, I'm not wearing mine. So the cops come out. Anyway, I won that deal. And so I walked away without wearing no mask. I told the cops I'm not wearing no mask. And it's against my Constitution. But we want to talk about some of the events as far as heat wave. Let's talk about the weather. We've been having a heat wave down here in New Orleans, man. I was born, like I said, he was a city boy. I was born and raised in New Orleans. I was born and raised in the city. But I moved out to the country years and years ago, and then I got the motorhome, and I was expecting, to go traveling, and things come up, and, sickness and all that, and hospitalization and stuff like that, and the wife being sick. So I'm out in the country further than ever now. I keep going out further and further, but this is my last stop, folks. I either go up with Jesus or I'll die, but this is my last stop right here, this place here. We're comfortable here. We're safe here. My driveway's about a block long, and woods on each side, and woods all around me. And I got a cattle gate, and so we're safe out here. But the weather's been terrible. Last week it's been like 115 degrees with the heat index. And down here, that's rough because we get humidity 95, 100%. And then in Baghdad, just today I read Baghdad, Iraq is 125 degrees, record-breaking heat. 125, that's hot, buddy. That's hot, especially with all the sand, ain't no shade, no trees. Death Valley set a record at the hottest temperatures this week. And so, you know, records are being set right now. China's flooding all over the place. What's that? Severe flooding evacuates millions in China and in Bangladesh. So, you know, the Lord's shaking up planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
But these people just won't wake up. They won't listen. They're running around with their heads in the sand.
No, you're talking about the heat, you know, and the masks and all that, and I think we're going to, you know, there are more of them than there are of us. Okay, if you go to Walmart, watch the people that walk all the way from their cars across the hot parking lot into the Walmart.
With the mask on.
Then out of the Walmart with the mask all the way out to their cars.
With the mask on.
Now, if I have to go to Walmart for some reason, which I rarely do now, about once every 2 weeks, I'll wait to the very last minute before they say something to put the mask on. Then as soon as those double doors open on the way out, I'm ripping that mask off. But these people walk all the way across the parking lot in the hot sun with
They get out the car with their mask on.
with their diapers on
Yeah.
their face.
They get out the car. It's a fashion show to most of them now.
Okay.
I mean, they got all kind of funny masks, colored masks and all. It's a fashion thing
Now,
now.
my wife works at the local mall, and there's somebody, she works at one of those kiosks, you know, and there's a kiosk directly across from her kiosk, and the girl who works at this kiosk will actually go to security and report people for not wearing their masks, customers and employees. And my wife told me she so much as takes her mask off for a break to get a breath, she has people spazzing out and flipping out at the mall. She's not wearing her mask at her own car.
There's a snitch in every crowd.
Yeah, so...
And by the way, I got my $50 glass water and I gave Lonnie one.
Oh, let me say something about that right now. When you come over to Jimmy Miller's house, he gives you a frozen bottle of water. So now I'm stuck with a big chunk of ice right here and no water.
Well, you got to stay outside long enough and let it melt, man.
Nothing.
Well, you see,
I mean,
he's no city boy. I'm out in the country, so I'm outside all the time. So when I'm outside and I'm cutting these fields, that frozen bottle of water melts fast.
well, when people come to my house to give them a bottle of water out the refrigerator, it's nice and cold. They don't have to wait for the ice to melt to get something to drink. This is ridiculous.
You want another bottle of water?
If you have something unfrozen, I would like another
Yeah,
bottle
I
of
got
water.
another bottle of water frozen. And
Where is it at?
go in there and ask Sharon to give it to you. It's in the cabinet against the wall.
Is it
Just
cold?
go in there and tell, huh?
It's cold?
No, you can put it in there. That'd be cool.
You want me to pour water from another bottle in it here?
Why, you never did that before? You take that cap off. You take the cap off the oven and you pour that water in that bottle. And you got cold water.
Where is it at?
Go in the kitchen and ask Sharon. She'll tell you.
Okay, am I explain my appearance when I come back? A lot of you people follow my channel.
Look like old winehead.
Okay,
What?
with the hair and the beard.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So,
Okay.
while Lonnie's gone, I'll talk to you a little more. And I want to tell you, I want to thank every one of y'all for y'all prayers with the loss of Mama Rye. Today, I'm having a hard day. Today makes 3 months today that my dog had to leave. And I'm going to show you in a little while. I built a beautiful grave for her. And I'll show that at the end of the video. But I'm having an extremely hard day. Today's the 1st. She passed away on May 1st. Today makes 3 months. It's not easy, and it's not getting easy. I miss my dog a lot. I love my dog, and I miss my dog. She was my best friend. So I want to thank all y'all for y'all prayers. And we got a thing called Mariah's Mission now. And what I do is now I find dogs on the street. Well, I've been doing that for years. But I find people who has dogs, and they can't pay the vet bill, or they need a vet bill, or they need medicine or food for the dog, and we buy them their food and pay for their vet bill, whatever they need, and we call it Mariah's Mission. And so and I pray for every one of y'all every morning and at night, that any one of y'all have animals that's losing y'all animals, to put them to sleep if you have to, God give you the strength. And I pray that God comfort you if you lost your animal, or after you lost your animal. It's not easy. It's very hard. Wait, Lonnie's back. I'm glad to see Lonnie back. Let's see if he can do this hard task here, putting this water in this thing. He already dropping the bottle. I'm going to have to get me another partner, man. This guy giving me a hard time. Yeah, he's spilling the water right. Look at him, man.
I got it.
You got it. Go ahead now. And when it gets to the top, stop it, yeah?
Okay.
You got it? You got it, all right. So, and there's bacteria right now. There's a plague. There's plagues all over the place. And it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. But it's never seen before bacteria. Over 60,000 fish floating dead, washing upon the shores of California. 60,000 fish they counted. They stopped counting at 60. They said over 60,000 fish.
They have the coronavirus fish.
Yeah, the fish had the coronavirus, I guess. I'm sure, yo. Then I heard that somebody, I seen talking to somebody there in the hardware. He said two meth heads, caught on fire in a meth lab and was burned to death or something like that, and they're trying to blame it on the coronavirus. Everything's coronavirus, you hear me? But, and talk about the weather. Last week, Washington, D.C. had a lightning storm, and lightning struck the Statue of Liberty. So maybe God's trying to tell y'all something, people in New York, man, to straighten y'all ways up, you know. My channel's being messed with by YouTube. My subscribers hasn't gone up in the past year, and it's stuck at 22,500, and I must have over 1,000 subscribers since last year because they email me. I get 15, 20, 30 emails a week saying they subscribe to my channel, and the subscription's not going up. People's telling me that the comments, that YouTube's taking the comments off of my channel. People's telling me, they email me saying I can't get to your channel. YouTube is stopping them from getting on my channel. So any day now, you know, you never know that YouTube just may take my channel off. That's why Lonnie and I think about trying to start some kind of podcast, and we can stay in touch. Lonnie and I was going to go out last weekend up to New Orleans and preach, but they come up with, you got to wear a mask even outside the middle of the street. And I ain't preaching out there in the middle of the street to just 10 people with a mask on. I'm not preaching with nowhere with no mask on. And we didn't go also because they closed it down. French Quarter is closed down. You see? So now just think, the bars are closed, the strip joints are closed, the restaurants are closed.
Willie's Chicken Shack. Willie's Chicken Shack.
Willie's Chicken Shack. They closed it down. They closed everything down in New Orleans.
So check this out, okay? They kind of try to reopen the quarter.
You know, Willie's big time.
There were a few people out there. Jimmy and I were checking out the live bourbon cams. There was nobody out there. A few people, but
a few stragglers.
And so what the mayor does is they had these exaggerated reports of people aren't listening to the coronavirus restrictions and are out there en masse. And they actually put an article on in NOLA.com that the French Quarter was packed. It wasn't by any stretch of the imagination packed. There's a place called Willie's Chicken Shack, little chicken joint, and they have drinks to go. They serve alcohol, and they give you these big go cups. So somebody was caught out on Bourbon Street with a go cup from Willie's Chicken Shack, and so they shut down Willie's Chicken Shack. Like they have any control over people leaving their place and walking down the street with a go cup. So this poor guy lost his business. All the people were laid off. And the mayor just, I'm shutting you down. Willie's Chicken Shack, shut down.
Yeah, shut
now
them down,
they're threatening
boy.
to shut down the quarter completely, and they threatened to put New Orleans back under phase one again.
But yet, and then you can only have maybe 10 people at a funeral parlor. But yet, then this guy, Lewis, he was a congressman or something like that. What was his name first? Something Lewis. Anyway, black fella, and they had, man, auditorium packed, a big church, packed full of people, man. But they can have their big funeral. And then your boy Obama was there. You know, Obama needs to just go away, but he's not going away. He's sticking around for a reason, Obama. He's sticking around for a reason, Jack. Most presidents, when they serve their term, they go in vacation, man. If they get away, they're gone. They finish with politics. Obama's not. He's not going nowhere. He's hanging around. He's sticking around for a reason. And I guarantee if Joe Biden gets in, Obama's going to be behind the scene, and Biden's going to be sitting on his lap, and he's going to be the puppet. And that's the way it's going to go. So, but no, New Orleans is not coming back. America's not coming back. You know, I don't believe that America's going to get better. You know, if it does, it's only going to get better for a season. It's going to get worse because the Bible says, you know, everything's for a season. But I do believe that we're close to the events of Jesus coming, and in Jerusalem, they got the third temple they're building, and they got water. They can get ready to hook water up to it, or they hooked water up to it already. So you know, it's getting close, man. I mean, I don't think God's going to be putting this off too much longer. He's pretty much angry right now, and and I don't think he's going to be putting this off too much longer. So, you know, whatever happens, happens, but prepare yourself. If you can get out in the country, get out, get in the woods, store up, no matter if you're in the woods or in the city, store up food, plenty food, plenty food, plenty food. Store up toilet paper, water, everything. I'm getting ready to buy me, I think 300, what I tell you, it's 350 or 320 gallon water tank. I got water stored already, but you can never get enough of water. And store up water, toilet paper, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, bleach. Make sure you got enough lighters or stuff to start a fire with. Put away like that stuff comes out of your dryer, the lint. You know that lint that comes out of your little dryer? Save all that lint and put it in a big trash bag, because we got bugs out here. City boy don't use these bugs.
No.
Yeah.
What is that?
They was chasing him last time, chasing him all over the yard. And they even stung his wife, Winter.
Oh, yeah, remember that?
Yeah, telling me, I got stung 9 times in one day. Lint, your dryer lint that comes out of your dryer, put that in your big black trash bag and stuff it. That there's an easy thing to start a fire with. That there will catch up a fire like nothing flat. Keep it dry. Put a little spark to it. Woof, you got your good fire. Start your, that's what you start your fire with. You don't use that as your fire. You start that as your fire. And store up your water. Store up water. You need water. But it's time to store up everything. It's time to be prepared, because we're in for some rough times.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a butterfly yesterday, the day before yesterday.
Sure.
I was sitting on the porch, big black butterfly, beautiful butterfly. Oh, God bless me so much with this butterfly. And I seen him flying, man, and he's coming by me, and he flew around right about that far from my face. And left, Lonnie flew around my head twice, and I could almost see his eyes, man. If my eyes weren't that bad, he's that close. He just flew around twice, real slow, and he flew off that way. And I'm watching him, and all of a sudden he turned around, and he come back flying, flew around me twice again, and took off again. It's like he's saying, hey, buddy, how you doing, But see, when you're out in the country, you got that. You got birds, you got butterflies. I throw bread out there and bread and lettuce for the rabbits. I throw carrots out there. We got rabbits and we got deer. We got coyotes, possum galore if you want possum. Turtles, big turtles out here. Oh, we got snakes too. We got rattlesnakes and copperheads. So, but living out in the country is a good thing. It's good for us. We're peaceful. I can go to bed at night with all my windows open, my doors open. Well, you can't go with the doors open because no telling what kind of critter will be in there. You'll hear something. I'll hear them all over my house at night, and hear them bucking against the trees and all that. But it's nice. But Jesus is coming soon. And this is just a little talk here, Lonnie and I going to have, and I'll put it up tonight, give y'all a little something. But I tell you right now, it's time to get in your prayer closet.
You know what, Jimmy? They're coming against the church next.
You're coming against
this
now.
past weekend they were burning Bibles in Portland.
I didn't know that one.
It's only a matter of time before Black Lives Matter invade your church one Sunday morning.
Or Antifa.
Or then what are you going to do?
Antifa. Can't leave just Antifa out because they say we're racist. We just say Black Lives Matter. But Antifa too, white and black. And also, they in California, they don't even want you to worship inside the building.
No, it's so if you think you're going to get out of here scot-free, man, without being tested, you're dead wrong, Jack. Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to have to pick a side really, really soon here. Okay? Now, let me give the people a quick update. If anybody follows my channel, Nola Gospel Tracks, I haven't been out there street preaching in a long time.
Me either.
Okay? I just, but for the last 4 months since this COVID scam started up, I was put on furlough from my job. I'm going back this Monday. Not really looking forward to, because you get really used to, getting up every day and doing what you want to do and hanging around the house. And,
you got to taste of unemployment.
Yeah, but I don't really go anywhere because of the mask ordinance. Now, what's worse for me than actually wearing a mask is having to look at all the other idiots that do wear masks. I can't stand to look at your stupid face with a diaper on your face, especially when they try to talk to you. I can't stand that. It drives me crazy. So I don't go out anywhere. My wife has a little bit more tolerance for it than I do, so I send her to the store for things here and there. So anyway, I haven't been able to get a haircut ever since this thing started. Now, my hairstylist is this little family, little hole-in-the-wall place, 3 sisters, okay? They haven't been in business for 4 months now. I tried going there last week, still shut down.
They might not even get to go back.
Now this girl that cuts my hair, she's been cutting my hair for 15 years. She's an older woman, okay? I think more like 16 years. She doesn't believe in having a phone or a computer. She's one of these minimalists, wants to live her life as simply as possible. So you can't just pick up the phone and call her. You actually physically got to go by where she cuts hair. So, I'll go back to work Monday. I'm going to look pretty scraggly when I go back to work. I think I might keep this beard, though.
Keep it. Go on. Just let it grow.
So let the hair grow.
Let it all grow.
Let it all grow.
Don't worry about it. Don't want nobody said about it.
So, but I've been, like Jimmy says, I've been getting ready, man. Okay, getting the food ready, getting the water ready. Make sure you're protected. Now, I don't live out in the country, so I'm getting a security system installed at my house. We got the burglar bars, got the wrought iron gates over the doors. So you got to do what you can.
I couldn't live like that. If I had to live with burglar bars and burglar alarm system and security, I'd go get me a tent and go live out in the woods in a tent.
Well,
I'll feel more safe out in the woods in a tent with all them animals.
You're very blessed out here, but I don't have that situation. I'm dealing with the situation where I'm living in the city right now. So you have to do what you can do.
You put me out in the woods with all them animals, I'll put me in a tent.
Well,
I couldn't live around there.
Anyway,
I'd be up all night watching doors.
That's what I've been doing for the last 4 months, just finding alternate sources of income. Okay, you got to do that because even if I go back to work, what I'm gonna have to wear a mask.
Well, you got to watch too. Lonnie's got to go across one town to get to New Orleans, and then the area he works in is not a good area. And with these Antifa people doing, man, they just at random decide to stop the highway and block traffic and start beating up on your car and stuff like that. It's just getting bad out there. It's getting dangerous out there. The Red Horse and Rider is actually, I believe, is loose. I think the Red Horse has mounted the Rider has mounted the Red Horse, and he's rolling, he's running. And peace is no peace.
Yep.
The Bible said in the last days there'd be no peace for the wicked, and there's just no peace. No peace. And so, keep Lonnie in prayer when he goes to work that, they don't
any minute flash
beat him up or anything like that.
Okay, it's bad. I work right in the heart of New Orleans too. So I could be
bad
leaving work, flash mob flares up, and blocks me from getting on the interstate to get home.
Bad area.
Okay.
Bad area.
Okay.
No, I couldn't deal with that. But
I do appreciate the preachers that are still out there. I just want to give a few
heads up.
Name checks. Eric Kelly from Fresh Air Ministries is still out there preaching.
Heads up.
E.J. Love out in Atlanta is still out there preaching. Kenneth Winslow is still out there in Tennessee. Kevin B. in New York. So some of these cats are still out there preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. For some reason, I just haven't been led to go out there and preach. And I don't know. I feel that mankind has gone insane. My wife doesn't want me to go out there. She's afraid I'm going to get killed or knifed or shot. So my wife is really kind of like I know you shouldn't obey your wife, but she really doesn't want me going out there anymore, going to New Orleans.
Well, I want to go to New Orleans, but I live 80 miles one way.
So kudos to those guys who are still out there.
God bless them.
Still out there no matter what.
Pray for them. Keep them in your prayer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I haven't been out there even before the coronavirus thing started. I started working a lot, and I kind of got a promotion at work where I've been putting in a lot of hours, and yeah, it's no excuse, and I admit it's no excuse. But when you're tired, you're tired. When you work a 10, 12-hour day, man, you don't feel like going out and preaching.
The only reason why I haven't gone, I live 80 miles from New Orleans now, and that's about a 2-hour ride. And then I got this groin hernia and 3 bad discs in my back, and it's just. And my wife's been sick, but that's still. I like to go once in a while, but there's nobody out there to preach to. And in this little one-horse town I live in, there's only 3 red lights in the whole town. There ain't nobody to preach to. There's nobody out there.
Please.
They close shop at Saturday at 2 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, and then. Yes, I've been really, really discouraged lately, as far as the street preaching thing is concerned. Getting out there and.
You'll be back. Well, if there's anybody there to preach, I
need help because I'm losing my love for humanity, man. People are so crazy out there that you just.
Don't do
and
that.
The masks make me so angry, man. Seeing somebody in a mask, just causes something in me to rile up and.
I wish I lived closer to his house. When he sleep at night, I tap on his window. I put a mask up there like a puppet in his window.
So God help me when I go back to work. Okay, my poor wife has to wear a mask 8 hours a day. Okay,
that job is stupid. I couldn't deal with it.
She can't stand it.
I'm blessed. I work at night, and where I work at, nobody's there, and And I don't have to wear no mask or nothing like that. And I get to eat their donuts and cookies and pies and stuff they told me I could have what I want to eat. And when I go in there at night, nobody's there. They didn't close. They didn't close up. I work for medical buildings. I clean medical buildings. And when I go in at night, nobody's there. So I ain't got to wear no mask. I ain't got to worry about nobody. I ain't got to talk to nobody. So I'm blessed there. And so, you know, I guess God has blessed me. That's not I guess, but God has blessed me in having a place to live out in the country here, and in having a job that I have. So I'm very blessed with that.
So what else is going on?
Not much. I'm going to show y'all in a minute my tombstone, my grave I made for my sweet Mariah, and I buried her right by my bed because she used to sleep in the bed with me, and her head is like right here on this side of the house, and my head's right there on the other side of the brick wall. And I miss her, man.
Yeah, God bless you, man. I mean,
I hope she's in heaven, and I hope I see her, and she'll be my dog in heaven, you know. Hey, man, anyway, this is Jimmy Miller with Trump Street Ministry and Lonnie Matern. God bless you. I'm going to show you my dog's grave. This is my flippers, my flip-flops, my feet flipping. Here's my handkerchief. She used to always take my handkerchief off my head. And that's a tombstone there. That was my dog Mariah. Mariah, May 31st, 2010. May 1st, 2020. Our life will never be the same without you. You were a blessing from God. That's my big girl. I miss her so much. That's my handkerchief. She always took my handkerchief off my head. And that's my bedroom window right there. And that's where she lives. That's my big girl.